sugar sweet.
Welcome back to the Ketchup Corner, and if you just joined us, you are right on time for some fashion and social media marketing and influencing tips, as we are joined by the beautiful Sinqobile Tusani. Hi sis.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good.
Once again, welcome to the show. You know, these days we can't talk fashion without talking social media, and that's what you're the queen of.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me.
How did it start? Like, where did the whole working within social media and turning it into a career come from?
So I think I've always just enjoyed taking photos. I think I've always been an artistic person, or rather creative. And so I think having a platform like Instagram allowed me to showcase my creativity, my artistic side. So since back then, I loved taking photos. I really didn't see it coming this far for myself.
I think a lot of parents would probably be, you know, have like a negative idea when it comes to social media. It's like you're wasting time on your phone and
for sure. Exactly. That was my parents' sentiment when I first started, like joining the cosmetics line, or rather the artistic side, because they wanted me to be an engineer. And I went to school and I studied civil engineering, and I just felt like,
Not me.
This is not working for me. And then my mom was a bit like, okay, if you feel like it's not working. My mom was always supportive in my journey, luckily, but they were very skeptical, like you say. They were just like, we don't see this working.
I think a lot of people are curious though, is this all that you do, or is there something else on the side?
So I used to work for MAC Cosmetics, and then I got a better position at head office. So I'm with ELC Careers now, which is Estee Lauder companies, and I handle both MAC and Bobbi Brown, but more on their online team and more on the background corporate. So it's still in line with the creative, being an artist, but it's just more intense than actually doing makeup on people.
So we can actually say there's beauty and brains. They decided to take it to the head office. You were speaking about loving pictures. I think most of us, we think we love pictures. We think we can do it. When did it get to a point where you get recognized by brand and you say, I will now do this professionally? Or how does one even get to that point where brands want to work with you?
I think it has to be so intentional. So for me, it moved from just being a habit that I enjoyed, which is taking photos, to me being more intentional on putting out a brand out there, what I wanted to focus on, what I wanted to capture, what I wanted to put out there for me to be known as. So I think it started when I consciously made a decision to be intentional around content creation, like book a professional photographer, like more take myself as a brand seriously and put myself in professional spaces where I plan my time, I plan my shoots, and I plan how I want my my timeline to look completely.
You spoke about being promoted to the head office. For someone who is just doing this and not having any other professional job, would you advise someone to stick to maybe social media and just working with brands? I believe it's a gig, it's not something that is ongoing. Would you advise someone to say this is something that you can make a proper living out of?
Look, yes. Look, if you believe in yourself, if you have, it's a slow growing career or industry, right? Because there's not always campaigns available, there's not always brands that are coming up to you, but the more you put yourself out there in a professional way, that's when you can also propose, because you're more in line with what you do and you know your power in what you can sell it as. So I think a lot of people are already mastering it, they're already using influencing or social media as a platform where they can make money full-time, and it's working. So I do think it can propel to a bigger career where you're making money solely from that. Yes, and enough money. Yes, you can make enough money, because from just maybe working with one brand, you can make enough to sustain your lifestyle for a month, for instance.
Until something
else comes up. So that it needs just consistency. You need to put the right foot forward. You need to put yourself out there in a space where if you propose something to a brand, they're able to say, actually, yes, be different, be unique, and be intentional about what you put out there, and also be confident in knowing your power as a social influencer.
Have you always been this stylist? And I mean, growing up, some people, myself, I only learned about makeup and looking this good only at my teens. Have you always been?
No. No, I was a tomboy growing up. It was so bad. My aunts, and I remember my mom, they were worried. They were like, oh, this one, because I wanted to cut my hair. I was always like in sweats. Like, I also didn't enjoy washing growing up. I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, I know that's like a bit too much. And my mom would be like, what type of girl are you? So it's only late in I think late in primary school where I felt like I want to now look amazing and look good and, you know, feel good about myself. And that's when I started investing time in then learning about makeup and, you know, just playing around with it where I could. Because my mom is also not someone who is a makeup person, so there was no makeup lying around in my house for me to play with. So yeah, so I used to like go to the stores and like just be around the cosmetic side and just like feel good, because I was also always, look, I had two sides, so a tomboy but someone who always also wanted to look good. So in store I'd be in perfume sides, I would be like trying out lipsticks and stuff. So I think it was a tough balance for me because I gravitated more towards the tomboy side than the ladylike side until I grew up.
Wow. It sounds like there's so much power in being confident in yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes, unfortunately, that confidence is linked to your beauty and how you look. Can you talk us through that in terms of the importance of your beauty, or the importance of confidence, and also the importance of the power that you hold when you're on social media?
Yes, so beauty comes from within, right? So it's not only makeup. So I feel it is very important, especially for young kids and young women out there, to believe that they are beautiful before makeup. Because lines could get blurred and you only feel like you're great when you have makeup on. But that's very important. It needs to start from within, and then whatever is an enhancement of what you already are and how you already are.
Wow.
I think when you walked in, I asked you about what you're wearing. You're looking so nice.
Thank you.
What is that one thing that every lady must have in their closet?
A good black blazer. A good black blazer. It works with anything. It's timeless. You can wear it from now up until 5 years. Yeah, it's an important piece of statement. It also makes you look a bit expensive. You can wear it up, you can dress it down. So it's just the easiest thing to get anyway.
Ooh, that sugar sweet.